Hi, my name is Jaimie, and I'm here to tell you about my experience with Wellspring Life Group. To give you a background about myself, I grew up actually in a Christian family household, but I wasn't going to church as often as I should. And when I went to college, that's when I started going to Bible studies, and I would go for a few months, get really involved, and then maybe a year would pass and I wasn't as involved, and it's a very common situation. So kind of fast forward into my 30s, and I started experiencing a kind of a heartbreaking situation. I was going to church, and I was seeing families involving and mothers pregnant, and I was experiencing infertility, and I dealt with that for a long time. And when you're experiencing something like that, you kind of feel very isolated. And although there were some really nice ladies and people that I could speak to, I kind of just really reserved myself because I felt like no one could understand me and no one could understand what I've been going through. And then 3 years ago, I did get pregnant. And my son did arrive early. He was a micro-preemie, and although the doctors were saying, it's a miracle, and he's going to come home, he returned to the Lord at 3 days old. And once you go through that, any woman that's been through that or family, it's a really, really dark time. And society, it's really hard. I couldn't go out into society. I mean, everything I would see is a pregnant woman or a child or a happy family, and that it really affected my life in church. And so a lot of people would notice I didn't really come, although I actually did. What I would do is I would just kind of skirt in, get the sermon, and then really leave, because I didn't want to really talk to anybody, because I felt I couldn't, no one could understand, and I just felt really alone. It's just a really dark place, when that kind of heartbreak happens. I'm very thankful. I had very good, solid family support. I actually went to therapy, and I tried to grow personally through my faith. But one day, one of my friends, a fellow Christian, she sat me down and she says, "You're doing it all wrong. You should be going to church, and find a church or go to church and kind of reach out to people. And while you're at it, volunteer, because volunteering actually is a three-way situation. You're not only going to heal yourself, you're going to help others, but you're going to glorify God." And shortly afterwards, I actually had started hearing about Wellspring, and I knew some of the people that were in the beginning stages in regards to the church. And I sat there and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna face this situation, and God's calling me into this. And so I decided, to come, and I volunteer. I do some of the community services, and I do some of the volunteering for guest services, and I'll host. And in the midst of it, I decided to join a life group. And as I said before, when I went to Bible study, I'd just be like, I just get some word and some learn things, and then go from there. And what's this going to be like? And I can't tell you. It's totally different. And I've grown a lot, and slowly I was able to share my story and to share my heartbreak and not feel alone. And what's great about it is that I got to have more friends, get to know other people, and fellowship. And at the same time, every week I leave, I feel like my relationship with God is just so much more stronger than I could ever think of, and I'm just progressing really well. And I'm a librarian by trade, and I like to read, but I am guilty, as many of us, to not reading my Bible and not really looking into Scripture that much. And my life group, it makes me thirsty for the Word. And every week I leave, and I want to read more, and I just can't recommend it more. So I tell people these life groups are a safe place. There's no judgment there, and it's it's for the broken. I was broken, I'm broken, you know, and it's a really great place to be very intimate with your faith, but also fellowship with other people. So that's my experience, and I welcome you to come up to me if you need a hug, a prayer, and I thank you for your time.